Welcome to Trail Talks, a podcast discussing the opportunities students have with career services. And now, from Utah Tech University, it's Trail Talks.
Good morning, listeners. Today with me, I have Isaac Esplin, who works in IT here at Utah Tech. So I am going to be asking him a couple questions, hoping to, for those of you who are interested in IT, we can get some really good answers about what a career looks like, and especially what it looks like, at least here specifically on Utah Tech's campus. So Isaac, can you tell us a little bit about your background and how you ended up working in IT here at Utah Tech?
For sure. I started out as a part-time tech here at the university my freshman year. One of my older brothers was also a tech here, back in like 2006.
Oh, wow.
And he said, just go talk to these people and see if you can get on as a tech. You'll get to know campus, you'll get to know all the professors. And that's how I started.
I love it. And so did you always know that you wanted to go into IT?
No, I was going to be a chiropractor.
Oh, no way.
Thank goodness I went with IT. Anatomy class. I've had to go in the anatomy classrooms. Not my favorite.
I've heard that a lot of people, when they take anatomy, they get out real quick.
Heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, that's the class that makes or breaks lots of people. It would break me, just to be clear. Isaac, can you tell me what a typical day in IT looks like for you here?
There's really two. There's days when we have a conference or a large meeting that are crazy. I'm here at like 6 a.m, setting up microphones all through the day, busy, running in between breakout sessions. And then there's other days that are chill, that I'm just like doing stuff in my office, waiting for a professor to call, and then I help them on the phone or run to their classroom.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we had that event last week. We had Learning and Development Staff Day, and I just saw Isaac running around all day long, and I was like, oh, bless his heart, and it was 90 degrees.
A great day.
It was a great day. What do you enjoy the most about working in IT?
I love helping people.
Yeah.
That's definitely my favorite part. Everyone has their strengths. Luckily, mine is very applicable on a college campus. And I love helping people with their IT issues.
Yes. So it's like that instant gratification, the problem is fixed.
Exactly. And usually when it's something super easy, that's my favorite. Like the professor may feel a little dumb. They're like, oh, I should have tried that. But then it's easy. They're working. I feel good. It's a great day.
I can confirm that Isaac has helped me with those stupid questions. I was like, oh, my webcam's not working. He's like, when's the last time you turned off your computer? Oh, about 2 months ago.
I love those ones. Those ones are great.
Easy fixes. What do you feel are, at least, specific to Utah Tech University, what are some of the most common IT challenges that you see? And, how do you usually go about addressing them?
That I see? I would say it's not being fully familiar and comfortable with the equipment in the rooms. And that's...
Yeah.
We've been changing a lot, especially since COVID. There's been a lot of updates in the classrooms, but that's usually it. Just learning the equipment in the rooms. And then it's simple things like cameras not work. Well, simple for me.
Yeah.
Ruins a class for a professor.
Yeah.
Mic's not working, camera's not working, or just like, can we get on the Wi-Fi, or need to change their password. Okay. Those are most of them.
How long do those things typically take you to fix?
Depends. Might just be as simple as resetting the camera, plugging it back in. It might be the like audio processor or video processor, which takes a little longer. Usually it's a simple reset.
Oh, good. Okay, that's great. Yeah, have you ever seen what's that? It's like a British comedy.
Crowd.
IT Crowd. Yep.
Yeah.
I saw a couple episodes of that. Loved
still
it.
So true.
Still true today.
Yep.
You can try turning it off and on again. So I know you just said this, that COVID-19 kind of changed some things in the classroom, but how has it changed how IT services are delivered at the university? Or what was that like when COVID-19, I mean, it's kind of gone away now, but what was that like?
It has gone away now. I remember there was everyone on campus. We were getting ready to start. Spring semester had started, and then it was like no one was here. And they're like, we need to get cameras, microphones, and new audio equipment in every single classroom as soon as possible.
Wow.
And I think we finished like all the way. That got wrapped up like last fall.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So
So
like
it took a lot.
Multi-year process to make sure.
And we did which ones are the most used, and we started there, and then we went from there.
Wow.
It was a lot.
Wow. So
And that was mostly AV, but all hands on deck for sure.
Yeah. So were you working like extra hours to get that kind of stuff done?
I wasn't, but
Other
there were
people
some
might have.
people who were.
Here till all hours. Yeah, I'm sure that was hard.
It was fun.
It was everybody.
It was an experience.
Yeah, it was an experience.
It was odd being like there were like 6 people in the Holland building. It felt like, which was great. We played like mini golf at lunch because there was no one around.
We still do that on super slow days. Yeah, I worked at UVU when COVID broke out, and I just remember walking through the hallways, and all of the students were on the phones with their parents, like, I think I'm coming home. You know, like I'm coming home. I think, yeah. I'm so glad that's over.
Same.
How do you feel IT supports the academic mission of the university? And, you know, just how do you feel like IT really supports this institution?
I feel like if we're doing our job right, we shouldn't even be noticed. Things should just work. You know, you go into class, the professor signs in, they do what they need to do. They don't even need to worry about the IT in the classrooms.
Yeah, I like that answer.
And usually, hopefully that is what's going on. And if not, hopefully we're there and we're happy and we're there to help and we solve their problems promptly.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. Yeah. You guys are definitely facilitators of learning by ensuring that everything is working properly. Right. And I like that. Let's see. So this one, I don't know if this is super applicable, but can you talk about some of the, you know, innovative IT projects? I know you just mentioned that everything changed because of COVID, but is there anything else that you know, had to work on or have been working on while you've been here at IT to make sure that the university is really up to standard?
I would say, well, innovative at the time was getting Zoom and cameras in every classroom. I'd only used Zoom like 3 times before COVID.
Yeah.
Now
same.
It's like my bread. We got it.
Bread and butter.
Zoom's where we're at.
Yep.
One cool thing, I was talking with Sean over head of AV. He wants to try to build somewhere on campus a one-touch recording studio for professors to use where they can come in, they just like put a flash drive in, hit start, and record a video going over a lecture or going through some slides. And then they just hit stop, unplug their flash drive, and everything's on there.
Oh my gosh.
Would be cool.
That would be amazing because I know that some of those softwares you have to have a subscription to in order to, you know, record your lectures.
Right. Yeah. And we have the software. We need to just get it to the people. So that's something we would like to do moving forward. We just need to find where and who and how and where's the money.
Yeah. Yeah. How does funding, how would funding, do you guys have to like fundraise for yourselves a little bit?
I have no idea how it works. I was going to say usually, and then I'm like, actually, I have no idea.
Actually, no, I've just been the recipient
I get a budget
of the money.
Then,
yeah. Okay. I think that would be amazing. I think so many teachers would appreciate having something like that. Well, and
like, it lowers the, like, it's a little scary to go to someone in IT and be like, hey, I want to record this. Because then you're involving their time. You don't want to waste their time and things going wrong. If it's just you, and you can, like, schedule it. We have a schedule on there. I think that'd be pretty sweet. Yeah,
I definitely feel the same way. I always feel terrible when I call you because I'm like, this is going to be a stupid fix and it's going to last 5 minutes. And then I'm like taking him away from something real important. But
and even if you are busy, I try to feel like I'm never too busy to help somebody out if they give me a call.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's my job. I'm here to help people out.
And that's why we love you because you have that attitude. As far as like IT goes, I'm sure you have to deal with data privacy and like security issues a lot. So is there anything special that you guys have to do as, you know, in IT to protect sensitive data of students or faculty or staff?
Yeah, we have a whole team. Andrew and is it Sean again? It is Sean again. We have like 5 Seans in IT. And they are our web security guys. Web security has to be the most important part of any IT operation. Because if not, it's kind of, if you go shooting at a gun range, gun safety has to be the number 1 priority. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the most important.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly everything they do, but I know they work all day, every day, trying to make sure everything's secured.
Yeah, it's like that preventative versus restorative.
And it's tricky. Yeah, is it working, or are we trying not to get? Are people just not hacking us? You know?
Yeah. Hopefully both. Hopefully we're so good that people don't dare hack us.
Right.
So what advice would you give to a student who is interested in pursuing a career in IT, and what would you tell them to start doing to prepare themselves for success in this field?
I would say try to get into a job where you can be in the industry. I know that can't happen.
Yeah.
And then secondly is IT is definitely hard skills. You need to know what you need to know.
Yeah.
You need to be able to code, and you need to, But also a big lack in IT is people-focused IT people. It's kind of a stereotype, but it's definitely true. A lot of IT guys just want to sit in their corner, lights off, slouched in the chair, and go at it. And we need those people for sure.
Yeah.
But have a little bit of those soft skills.
Yeah, you need those kind of customer service skills,
Right.
because that is what IT kind of is about, is fixing people's problems.
Yes.
People's
it's really
problems
easy
related
to see
to
people
computers.
as like their ID number
Yeah.
when you're dealing with ID numbers all day, every day.
Yep, that makes sense. Yeah, I had a job where the IT people were in the basement. They were in this windowless
They
room.
love to put us in basements.
Why? I know.
I don't know.
But yeah, all the people in there definitely like fit the stereotype. As I always felt horrible going down there because they just were hunched over their computers and they
put in a
didn't
ticket.
care. Yeah, yes. What's your ticket number?
And you should definitely still put in tickets. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but it's great to call somebody and talk to them.
Yeah.
At least I love talking to people.
Yes. See, that's why you're so great at it. How do you stay up to date with the latest developments and best practices in the IT field?
That is tricky because IT moves fast.
So fast, yeah.
Conferences. We went to a conference up in Logan with Zoom. Conferences, videos, staying connected with our vendors, reading the update notes. Not fun, but it tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah, yeah. So what was something really valuable that you learned at the conference up in Logan?
There were so many cool things.
So many?
Two. The first one was a camera specifically designed and built for whiteboards.
Ooh.
That you could send to Zoom, and it like AIs your arm out of it, just shows the whiteboard writing, and it kind of amps up the
Cool.
color, makes it super clear, and it records and streams that as a separate feed. It was way cool.
Oh my gosh.
And then the second one was the Zoom's making a pathway where it can go from a chatbot on a website to a person chatting with you to Zoom phone, then onto a Zoom call. And in that Zoom call, you could go and look back at the chat that the AI was having. So it's like helping you all the way through. And that was just neat to me. I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah. So have you always kind of like found this stuff interesting? I mean, I know you said you were considering being a chiropractor.
Yeah, but my mom's a school teacher, and I remember like when she would get new computers in her classrooms or when she'd have to move classrooms, we were always there helping move the computers and stuff. I've always loved computers.
Yeah.
They're great. But I didn't realize how much fun they could be until I got into it.
Yes. Did you ever take like any coding classes in high school or?
My high school didn't offer any of that. I know, lame. Well,
sad.
it was a very small high school.
Okay. Yeah.
Very, yeah. Like, we didn't even have football.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Orderville, so it was Valley High School.
Okay.
Like 106 kids, maybe.
Wow.
160, not 106. Not K through 12. 7 through 12.
Okay. Gotcha.
It was a great place to grow up.
Well, I hope that in the future they get some STEM classes in there or some
Should.
after school programs.
They had like typing class.
Yeah. Kind of like the basics.
Yeah, and like Excel and PowerPoint.
how to use PowerPoint.
Mhm.
Yup.
Tell you what, I've watched a lot of PowerPoints though. Some people could still use that class.
Yeah, right. I know there are definitely best practices for PowerPoint, just like anything else.
For sure.
So I know you kind of mentioned, as far as skills to have in IT, we talked about how you really need to have at least some customer service skills, understand that it's about the people. But is there anything else, like let's say specifically someone did want to work at Utah Tech or Utah State and be the head IT professional? What other things should they start trying to accomplish? Or
IT is a huge, funnel. What do you want to go into IT? Do you want to do data analytics? Do you want to do system administration with servers? Do you want to do administrative computing with like our banner resource software. I would say choose what you want to go into and narrow down what you want to do. Media services is what I do, which is microphones and cameras and all of the funnest stuff, in my opinion. I would say choose what you want to go into and dial down on it.
Okay. Yeah. Kind of become an expert in one thing.
Yes.
Okay.
But be able to learn, have that flexible mindset to be able to learn other things.
Yeah. Remember what you've learned about everything else, but if you really want to be like an expert in one thing, that's probably a good thing. Okay. Right. That's a good pathway. How do you balance all that you have to do in your work day? I mean, really, I feel like every time I see you, you're walking around campus, you are always go, go, go. How do you not get burnt out?
I don't know. I don't have a great work-life balance, if we're being honest. Luckily, I'm just like a single dude, so I don't have to like balance the family and stuff.
Yes.
So I just work a
Go
lot.
home, veg on the couch.
The new Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom came out. A lot of video games when I'm not working or just asleep. That's always fun.
Yes. Sleep is the most important self-care. Let's be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that. Yeah. Well, maybe,
Not a great answer.
I just
Sorry.
talked to Emily before you came in, who is like a sports or going into sports psychology.
Cool.
So maybe she can help you with that.
Maybe.
Cognitive behavioral therapy.
I'm still going strong.
And you are still going. Yeah. You have a really upbeat personality.
That helps.
So I don't see you getting burnt out as easily as someone else, maybe.
I should take some more days off.
But maybe take your vacation days. So what specific, I know you talked about reading and all of those cool things you were looking at in Logan. Are there any like really helpful resources like books or websites that you look at, like those updates you were mentioning? How do those come to students in IT?
If you want to learn about IT, there's a million YouTube channels about it. I'd highly recommend like Linus Tech Tips.
Okay.
He's fantastic. He's made a video about
anything and everything.
Like look up a piece of equipment. I'm pretty sure he's made a video about it. And like in-depth stuff like learning how to use Linux and things like that. There's I would say YouTube is, I'm a video learner. I love learning through videos.
Me too.
YouTube is fantastic. Check when the video was published. We want the newest information.
Yes.
A video from 2011 about PowerPoint might not be the best
Not
because
the best
we've updated
resource.
a little bit.
Yeah.
If it shows a Windows 7 background, I'd skip it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But the information's out there. It's really knowing what to Google, and I would say Linus Tech Tips is a great place to start.
Yeah.
I wish I was sponsored.
I wish I wish I was getting paid to mention that channel. Okay, that's a good one. Maybe I'll try to like look that up and add it to the podcast
He's
notes.
very like it's easy, like a non-tech person could watch his videos. You know what I mean?
And kind of understand. He explains like the background and the history and everything. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'm definitely like a visual learning person as well, so I have to watch videos. So looking ahead, in IT, as we've mentioned, things change so quickly. What are your future goals and aspirations regarding IT?
Regarding IT, I want to be able to stay up to date.
Yeah,
for sure. That's the bare minimum. You need to keep up to date with all the new software, all the new hardware that's coming out. Personally, I need to finish my degree. That's my largest goal. I need to get that finished, and then, I don't know. I'd love to stay here. There are other opportunities out there, though, but I sure love Utah Tech.
Yeah, it's a great place to be. So you're finishing your bachelor's degree or your master's degree?
Bachelor's.
Do people, like the people you work with in IT, do they have masters or is bachelor's usually?
Sure.
Oh, they do?
Well, like my boss, that level, definitely masters.
Okay.
Like head of my boss, the head of the web department, definitely masters.
Do you know like what they studied for their masters? Was it what the title of their degree was?
But then again, IT is a little more lenient than a lot of places.
Okay.
Like my brother I mentioned, who was a tech year, never even got his bachelor's, and he's working for a power company, making over $100K a year.
Yeah. Okay.
His the boss of IT for that power company, and he only has, I don't even know if he has his associates.
Okay. So sometimes experience can speak more.
It's what you can do in IT for sure. But a lot of times if you don't have a bachelor's, they kind of just throw your resume on the non-bachelor pile.
Yeah, it's kind of true. It's kind of unfortunate, but so in IT, so I have a business background. I don't know that much about IT. So when you were in school, did you have to learn all of the languages like C++ and Python and all that good stuff?
I don't know because I haven't finished.
Oh yeah, you're not there yet.
I know.
Haven't taken those classes yet.
But I would say, what would I say? Linux is very important as a baseline.
Okay.
Python is the second best language for everything, in my opinion.
Okay.
There's others that are better for a specific thing, but Python can do about everything. Second best.
Okay. Well, that's good to know for our viewers. Like, we have access, to Pluralsight, and I'm sure that there are lots of courses about Python. And
oh yeah.
Yeah.
But that being said, I'm not a great programmer. I'm so bad at it. Thank goodness I can talk to people.
Yeah. See, and so you have found your happy medium of like
Exactly.
solving the problems, but not having to be so specific and using those languages all the time. What do you feel, if you were to leave, what does your brother love most about working for where he works,
My brother, let's see, I love most, I don't know, but he covers a large area and he
Okay.
loves being able to drive around, clear up some backwood up a
Okay.
log road to a substation out in the middle of nowhere and fixing it. He says he's enjoyed that part. That sounds terrible to me.
Yeah.
Driving all over.
driving all over the place.
Yeah. I don't know what he loves the most. I'm sure helping people, there's such satisfaction in solving a problem. At least for me, it's very rewarding.
Yeah, very rewarding.
Especially if it's a longer problem. You've hit your head against the wall and you're like, oh, I finally got it.
I finally got
I love
it.
that feeling.
Yes, that
That's
problem solving.
almost as good as turning it off and on again and having it work.
Yes. The simple fixes. We like the simple fixes for sure. So as far as like your degree, how has your education been here at Utah Tech? So I know you said you're not done yet, but have you been, taking classes here and there? How has that worked for you?
Since I've started full time, I've tried to take classes. I really have. I sign up for them every semester, but the first 3 weeks of every semester, crazy for at least
for
me.
your job, yeah.
So I've ended up dropping them. I've got a plan though. Second half, like the second half classes that start at midterm.
Oh, yes.
That's where I think I'm gonna be able to finish my
like
degree.
this summer. This summer. Yeah. Okay. How many classes do you have
I
left?
have no idea. A lot.
Yeah. Maybe time you can meet with Lindsay Dunn or
For real.
Annie Huff. Figure
Need-
out how
I
many
need to get a
classes
plan.
left. Yeah. No, that's okay. And I think that's interesting that what you've said before, that maybe in some universities or even some places that your experience will speak more.
For sure. If you can get your foot in the door and show you know what you're talking about, you can do it.
Are there any, like certifications or things that maybe your coworkers have that have been super helpful for them, or things that you've seen that would be helpful for students who are considering IT?
A+ certifications. If you have a web security certificate, those are huge nowadays.
Okay.
And I'm sure there's going to be some new like AI prompt training ones. Like I can prompt AI well that'll be coming out. It's going to be crazy. It's going to move fast.
Yeah, it's
But
going to change so fast.
every little certificate you get definitely won't hurt you.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, certifications are awesome because they don't take as long. But have you guys seen anything with AI yet? Have you guys been... I know that ChatGPT can do coding, can't it?
Wizard. Yeah. I use ChatGPT all the dang time.
Really? What kind of prompts do you use?
I'm not the greatest communicator when it
We're all
comes to
just
typing.
we're all just playing around
you
with
know
it.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So I use it when I have like an important email. I'll write it. I'll plug it in there. Personally, I don't use it for my job very much because I'm more hands-on.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh, I'm the same way. I'll write a bullet point and then not be satisfied with it, and then on ChatGPT I'll say rewrite this resume bullet point, and then it comes out better.
Give me 5 rewrites of this bullet point, and then you just pick the best one. It's so fun.
Yeah, it's so awesome. And cover letters, yeah, we're using it all the time.
Well, and it's only going to get better. I'm sure people are sick
so
of hearing
excited.
that, but it's only going to get better.
I know. I understand
It's only
that
going to get more.
old.
Hopefully that's better.
Hopefully it's going to get better, but
They won't take over the world. If they do, I'm on the the computer side.
Yes, if it does take over the world, Isaac, please save us. Isaac, thank you so much for coming on and talking to me about
So
IT.
much fun. So
Thank
glad to be
you.
here. All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
You.
Thanks for listening to Trail Talks, a podcast discussing the opportunities students have with career services at Utah Tech University. For more information, go to career.utahtech.edu. Till next time, this has been Trail Talks. This has been a production from a podcast studio.